Hey, I'm back with part 2 of my implement portfolio, where I'm going to show my proof of my low-tech prototype and final product. Hello, and these next couple scenes are going to be photos of people looking at my low-tech prototype. In these next video clips, I'm going to show a video of my low-tech prototype in action.
I like the entrance screen. It's very kind of neutral, so it doesn't scream at me, but it's also not too dull. Especially if I'm in a bad mood, that's definitely a good thing. I like how it covers several different aspects of making guys feel better, whether it's a motivation standpoint or just talking things out with another person. That's always nice to have somebody to go and talk to, whether or not it's in person or not. The login is very simple and basically like any other login that you would see. So it's simple, straight to the point, and easy. I like having multiple tabs to where you can go to the videos or the quotes or even the spaces to talk with a counselor or volunteer. It makes it pretty easy to navigate, and it keeps everything separate from each other. I like having different videos from different people. I think having different lengths as well could be good. It would be nice to have a couple quick videos and maybe a couple longer ones if they're looking for something to kind of distract them for a little bit. That could be good. I like being able to talk to somebody about my problems, especially if they are qualified to talk to people like a counselor would, or even say psychologists or sociologists. That would be good as well. I like the fact that you have kind of a time limit. You can either use it to the fullest or you can stop using it before that full hour is up. I think it's good to kind of keep people shuffling so then they can kind of cycle through more people. I think the 24-hour cooldown could be a little lower, maybe like 12 hours, just because I've known people who tend to have breakdowns more than once a day, so that could be something to think about in the future. But I like having some kind of cooldown, so to kind of limit the number of people who are, say, trolling or just wasting time that other people could be using.
Yeah.
And then I like once the cooldown is over, they can just kind of hop right back in. And having a cooldown can kind of set up almost a schedule for the user, so they can say, okay, I used it at 2 o'clock yesterday, that means I can use it at 2 o'clock the next day. So that's always good, especially for somebody with who might have problems keeping things together, and having a routine tends to help with that.
Finally, to show my low-tech prototype, we had a CCC day a couple Fridays ago, and Mr. Hall gave me great tips on what I should do for my final solution, such as adding a perk system for a cooldown timer. So individuals who feel like they're stressed out before their cooldown is up can have an opportunity to get back in. After getting my feedback from my focus group for my low-tech prototype, I implemented some of their ideas into my final solution. I made my final solution on this app site creator called MobineCube, where it has the potential to be eventually published and put on the App Store. As for some things I made to add onto my final solution, I made it more of a neutral background. My focus group suggested that having a more neutral background and more neutral colors would help relieve and relax some individuals. They also suggested on both sides of the ball to change the name, which is a big thing that needs to be changed before we send it out to the individuals. Also, as well, they also felt like the timer should be shorter. I talked to the individual who came in and talked to me on CCC Day, and he said I should lower the timer, like there should be like a cooldown button that they get to where they can shut it down, their timer quicker, to where they can talk and communicate with the individual faster. Also, I made a survey to where they can, if they did not like the user they talked to, the volunteer, the user can report that to the admins or the owner of the app, and we can filter out who and who should not be on our app. Now I'm going to show my final product and my focus group looking and giving me feedback on my final product.
Overall, I think it's a pretty decent product. It needs like finishing touches here and there, like the name definitely has to, you know.
What's wrong with the name?
You need a different name. But I think you should also make like the timer, like make it easier for people to get back if they need help, things like that. Make it so like the ads, like make it so like people can try and choose like the ads or like get rid of the ads if necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent.
Right. You gonna actually look through my app? You know, or you just gonna, you know.
I mean, I suppose. I already, you know, I've already seen this.
That's true. How you think about the survey?
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It was trash.
Yeah, you need some finishing touches here and there on that, definitely.
Okay.
But you know, overall, it's not a bad product. I like it. I think you did a good job with what you know.
So yeah, looking at this website, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good app. I've been scrolling down a couple of times. German Club. It's a decent name, I guess. The place to be. Yeah, it's pretty good. I looked at the survey. I took it. It needs some work, but overall, I enjoyed it very much. And I guess so. And you can log in, see what yours is, and you can look at your info, preview it, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, pretty good.
Think it's ready to be published?
I think so. I think it's ready for publish.
This is the end of my implement step. Next, I'll be going into my inform step.